morning Year 6 and welcome to Friday's maths video. So today we are going to continue learning to interpret pie charts. Pause the video, have a go at the fluent in 5 and we'll go through the answers in a second. So hopefully you pause the video. So number 1 was 40, number 2 97.264, number 3 41 remained 12, number 4 3/30ths. Well done if you simplified it further down to 1/10. Number 5, 56,520. And number 6, 1,800. So I'm going to go through some examples with you and then we're going to look at doing it independently. So this pie chart here represents the favourite animals at a zoo. Now, as it is percentages, we know that the whole pie chart represents 100%. And we know that 500 people were asked. So 500 people were asked what their favourite zoo animal was. Now here we have 100% of the data. So how many people liked elephants? Well here you know that 17% liked elephants. You are working out 17% of 500. You can either do the calculation of 17% of 500 or you can work out 10%, work out 5% and work out 1% and then add them together so you have 17%. Have a go. So 10% is 50 because you divide it by 10. 5% is 25 because you can divide it by 10 to get your 10% and then half it because 10 is double 5. And 1% is 5 because you divide it by 100. So you know that you've got 50, 25 and 5. Now you need 17. So 50 add 25 gives us 75 and that gives us 15%. Then we've got 1%. Now we can double that quite easily to find 2%. If 1% is 5, then 2% is 10. So if we add all of those numbers together, we get 85. Sorry. So 85 people said that an elephant was one of their favourites. Obviously I would have been in that category. Then, how many more people liked tigers than kangaroos? Now your way of doing this would be to find the tiger amount, to find the kangaroo amount, and then find the difference. So again, you can do that. You can find your 22% by finding 10% and 1%. 10%, 1%, 5%, whatever is most useful for you, and then find the difference. Have a go. So hopefully you had a go at finding the tiger amount, the kangaroo amount, and then finding the difference. So 10% would give you 50. So 20% would give you 100. 1% would give you 5. So 2% would give you 10. Put that together to make 22%, and 22% of 500 is 110. Then we need to find the kangaroo. 10% is 50. 5% is 25. Add those together, and 15% is 75. To find the difference, we do 110, take away 75, and we get 35. There are 35 more people that said tiger than kangaroo. Remember, the easiest way for this, if you're struggling, is find your 10% by dividing by 10, find your 1% by dividing by 100, or find your 5% by dividing by 10 and halving it. So, onto your part, your challenge. Again, you've got the same pie chart representing 100% of people. This time 200 people were asked. 200. So how many of the 200 people like elephants? How many more like tigers than kangaroos? And 14 more people liked monkeys than tigers. True or false? So you need to work out what 17% of 200 is. You need to work out what 15% of 200 is, and you need to work out what 22% of 200 is. And you also need to work out what 29% of 200 is. So please use the bubble method. Please work out 10%, 1%, 5%, etc. Good luck. Then your next question. Work out the number of children who chose each vegetable. So 60 children were asked to choose their favourite vegetable from 5 options. How many children said carrots? How many children said peas? How many children said sweet corn? How many children said cabbage? And how many children said cauliflower? Remember, there were 60 children asked in total. Good luck. So, I'm going to go through the answers. 17% of 200 is 34. How many more people liked tigers than kangaroos? 14 more people liked tigers than kangaroos. And 14 more people liked monkeys than tigers. That is also true. Well done if you got those right. Then the answers for vegetables. So you've got 60 children. Well, straight away here, carrots is 10%. 10% of 60, you just divide 60 by 10. So 60 divided by 10 is 6. So you know straight away that 6 children like carrots. You've also got the same for cauliflower. 10% here. So again, cauliflower is 6. Cabbage, you've got 30%. But you found 10 already. You know that 10 is 6. There are 3 lots of 10 in 30, so times your 6 for your 10% by 3 to get 30%, and you get 18. That gives you the cabbage number and the sweet corn number. And lastly, if you know that 10% is 6 and you've got 20%, then you know that 20% is 12 children. Well done. You are done for the week. Congratulations. See you next week.